mighty wind. The days of Elijah and the events thereof are prophetic foreshadows of the times of the end and the day of the Lord. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 1. And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, As the Lord God of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. And how many years was this? It was 3.5 years, 1260 days, and this is according to the time of the end times when the rain is withheld. James chapter 5, verse 17 and 18 says, Elias was a man subject to like passions as we are, and he prayed earnestly that it might not rain. And it rained not on the earth by the space of 3 years and 6 months. And he prayed again, and the heavens gave rain, and the earth brought forth her fruit. At the end of the 1260 days of no rain, the rain came, the sky went black, the winds came, and then it rained. And this is exactly what happened during the times of Elijah. 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 41 and 45. And Elijah said unto Ahab, Get thee up, eat and drink, for there is a sound of abundance of rain. And it came to pass in the meanwhile that the heaven was black with clouds and wind, and there was a great rain, and Ahab rode and went to Jezreel. It is in the end times prophecy that we see the same likeness of the days of Elijah, where the 1260 days, which is 3.5 years, that the rain is withheld, and then at the end of that 1260 days, the rains come. Revelation chapter 11, verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. What we see here is 1,260 days, which is 1,260 days, which is exactly 3.5 years. In Revelation chapter 11, verse 6, it becomes even more clear. It says, These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. So how many days are here where they're prophesying? Clearly, 1,260 days. So it rains not during the days of their prophecy. So there'll be no rain during the 1,260 days, 3.5 years or 3.5 years during the days of that prophecy. And at the end of the 1,260 days, heavens turn black and there's a mighty wind. Revelation chapter 6, verse 12 and 13 says, And I beheld, when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And at that 1,260 days, what is that mighty wind that comes? That mighty wind is the pouring out on the earth of the Spirit of God in the resurrection, breathing forth life into the bones, into the sinews and the ligaments, and those in the grave as they come back to life at the end of that 1,260 days. That great and mighty wind. Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3.5 days, the Spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And where do we see the cloud like the day of Elijah? Where the cloud comes, where he sees the cloud and then the rain comes? We see the cloud with Christ descending on a cloud, with a sickle in his hand, ready to reap the wicked. Revelation chapter 14, verse 14. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And what kind of rain will come at the end of the 1,260 days? Yes, rain like fire and brimstone will come down upon them. Revelation 16, verse 21. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, for the plague of the hail was exceeding great. So at the end of the 1,260 days here, we see that heaven becomes black, the cloud is seen, a great mighty wind occurs, and then we see the rain of hailstones and fire pouring down upon the earth. And Christ will come with the rains, the latter rain that brings forth the vegetation and springs forth the vegetation, just like the days of Elijah when Elijah spoke and the vegetation came. The end times prophet will prophesy the rain to come with Christ, and a rainbow will be seen in the sky, just like the days of Noah. And the prophet prophesy that the rain will come. You will see the cloud, and the rain will bring forth that vegetation that brings forth fruit in the eternal millennial kingdom, and it'll turn into Eden, just like the beginning. And this is the prophet that speaks forth these words to you today. And that is the prophecy of the mighty wind.